Good evening and welcome. Glad to have you along for this Tuesday edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight we've got the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. All right, a chance to check out stats for Rudy Gobert.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Prince. And it's Rollins in at the point guard position. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's Randle. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Rollins. Now Antetokounmpo. Here's Rollins. Lopez, the screen on Conley. 4 on the clock. Rollins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Gobert with the bucket.
Another dime in the stellar career of dime dropping by Mike Conley. I tell you, he's dropped thousands of dimes in his career.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. The stats he's putting up, impressive. Averaging around 30.5 points a game. Inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, the creative finishing ability of Randle draws a lot of fouls.
Minnesota is shooting their first foul shots of the night.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And Randle drops them both. Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Outside Edwards. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Bucks trail by 6. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Porter Jr. He's checked in for the Bucks. The Timberwolves also with a sub. DiVincenzo's checked in. Here's Porter, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. They need this. And it's finished off by Antetokounmpo as he lays it in.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
The drive by DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. 4-point game. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena. And they proved it that game.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the score by Minnesota. Porter looks it over. Antetokounmpo inside. He's against Gobert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, B.A., for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now here's Edwards. He had 37 points in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And he did his part from the line. Drew fouls and made them count.
Okay, it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look good.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
A different look for Milwaukee. Smith, he's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Trent in for Rollins. And another miss by Milwaukee. Minnesota leading by 8. Conley looking for an opening, and here's Edwards out again. What an avalanche!
He's done it. A new single-season franchise scoring record. Great accomplishment from him in what's been a fantastic year.
It's been a season for the ages for him, and one that'll go down in the history of this franchise. Kuzma for 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Hey, guys, no better answer than that. Right back at you. Kuzma not taking any time getting those points back.
Pass to Edwards. Over Green. Edwards, no good. The Bucks trail by 8. Green finds Porter. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Trent, the pass to Porter. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Pass to Green. Kuzma with the ball. Smith with a screen on Gobert. Kuzma for 3. And Gobert with a block. And he recovers it. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's Minnesota up 8. We've got more in store for you right after this. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
In addition to that, how about the mid-range action we've seen from this group? Utilizing the jump shot to get them started in the right manner in this one.
Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Green. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Nance in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Pass to Green. Trent outside. Fires from deep. The shot no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Now, here's Green. Still without a bucket. And Trent the bucket on the assist from Green.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Funky finish by DiVincenzo there, using the floater as a way to neutralize the shot blocker.
Pass to Nance. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 8. Clark outside. Takes the 3. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Porter against DiVincenzo. Here's the teardrop, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Beautiful teardrop from Porter Jr. That's really tough to stop.
Alexander Walker, the pass to DiVincenzo. Here he goes. Uses the glass on the layup. DiVincenzo's gotten 4 this quarter.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Trent on the wing. Covered by Alexander Walker. Green, a screen. Porter from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Porter's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
Tell you what, if he can find some consistency from deep, Porter Jr. is going to be a nightmare as an offensive player.
Here's Reed. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Timeout.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And the Bucks with some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Nance. Kuzma comes in for Prince. And it's Rollins in for Trent. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for McDaniels. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Clark. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. No good off the glass. Minnesota leading by 7. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce for an injury update on Brook Lopez.
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer for the Bucks about his status. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. And with the playoffs looming, the last thing he wants to deal with is this injury. Hopefully he doesn't miss the postseason. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And the Bucks making a change here. Jackson is checked in. And both free throws good for Edwards. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
So it's Minnesota now, following the score by Milwaukee. It's good! Edwards, what strength!
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Over to the wing. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Edwards.
What you say?
Wow.
My goodness. Come on now. Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, B.A., and that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's scoreless.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 11. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Kuzma against Randall. Pass to Edwards. Stolen.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Here's Rollins. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's Minnesota up 9. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks. I'm here with Doc Rivers and Coach. I know you cannot be happy with this team's play in the first half. What will you tell them they need to improve on?
The score and our effort, our offense. They're just playing harder. They're more physical. They're tougher. Honestly, we're very lucky right now.
Lots to improve on in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs.
You know, right now for Minnesota, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
And turning our attention back to that first half of action, guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control.
A superstar in the making. You know who I'm talking about. Anthony Edwards brings so much to this team. He was unstoppable scoring the ball in the first half.
You know what? He's got all the tools out there, Edwards. I mean, the stars are aligning, so watch out.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Bucks trail by 9. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
So for Minnesota right now, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. And the Bucks shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. It's Kuzma with the miss. Minnesota leading by 7. And here's Randle. 7 points in the game. Picked by Gobert. From deep, Conley. Rebounded by Kuzma.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Oh, the strength of Giannis.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
Outside Edwards. For 3, Randle. Oh, he drains the 3, and he'll go to the line for one more. That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma, and this will be his second trip to the free throw line.
He had a really rough game at the line last time out. Struggled to get anything to drop.
Was completely out of sync on his free throws, and I'm sure that led him to some extra work at the foul line. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And Randle, no good on that one. Clark, one thing to note when you play the Bucks, they don't give up many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. Against Milwaukee, your first shot in each possession is probably and likely going to be your last shot. Some teams don't even try for second chance opportunities against the Bucks. They're such a strong defensive rebounding team.
Now here's Conley. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And Randle the bucket on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
He drops yet another dime.
Timeout.
Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. Taking a look at Minnesota, they're hoping to make some moves from the number 5 spot before the start of the playoffs.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. But they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Here's Rollins, averaging around 6 a game. Antetokounmpo outside. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked by Gobert.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
McDaniels up top, and there's a 3-second violation. Taking a look at the last 10 games, here are the players who have been flat out dominant scoring the ball and showing no signs of letting up anytime soon. 5th, Anthony Edwards.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
Now here's Kuzma. 5 points in the game. And another miss by Milwaukee.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Kuzma with a screen on Conley. Kuzma, the pass to Prince. Picked by Prince. Down low. Who poked away. And stolen by Edwards. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
And Conley's a guy that leads by example. And as a result, his teammates respect and trust him completely.
Livingston, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Porter Jr. comes in for Rollins. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Livingston. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Prince. Here's Kuzma, defended by Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Kuzma, the pass to Trent. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
DiVincenzo against Porter. Pass to Green. And here's Trent to stop the drought. No good that time.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now here's Porter. 5 points in the game. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
McDaniels is perhaps the best wing defender in the league, guys, showing us why right there.
And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy.
And he can't get the first one.
Known as a versatile and tremendous defender, McDaniels also continues to make real good progress as a scorer.
Smith, he's checked in for Prince. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dillingham comes in for Alexander Walker. And he's good on the second. Bucks trail by 20. Outside Porter. Outside Green. Back to Porter. Will it go? And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Porter's got his third basket on the night right there. Here's Dillingham. He's guarded by Porter. Dillingham, no good. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for the Bucks. From downtown, drains the triple. Kuzma's got 8 points.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Dillingham, no good. Now Kuzma. Give him 8 points now. Let's go with a three. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. We'll be right back after this word. A moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers in the huddle.
Hey, guys, we need a run right here. Come on now. You're right there. You're right there. All right? Let's go.
And sensing a need to string together more baskets, Doc Rivers giving his team a pep talk.
Yeah, he's going after the momentum. Doc sees an opportunity right now for them to put their stamp on this game.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. We've got Green. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Jackson, and it's Livingston in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Dillingham after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Clark outside. Miller outside, fires for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Pass to Livingston. Trent against DiVincenzo. Now Porter.
You know, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. play the 1, 2, and the 3, and no matter where he plays, KPJ is a bucket getter.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
The first free throw is good, and the Timberwolves making a change here. Minot's checked in. Porter hits them both. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Pass to Minot. Now here's Reed. Clock at 6. Here's Minot. Over Green. Good. He hits the jumper. Minot's gotten his first basket of the night.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Outside Porter. Pass to Trent. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Dillingham. Here's Minot. Misses in close.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Livingston. Pass to Trent. Here's Livingston. Reed defending. Pass to Porter. Pulls up on the wing. Trent's shot is off.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Clark, the pass to DiVincenzo. They set a pick. Clark in the post. He's guarded by Porter. Here's Dillingham. The rebound by Livingston. The Bucks trail by 13. Trent finds Porter. From deep. Hits a three-pointer. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Porter Jr. is smoking hot. He's hard to stop. He's so relentless in how he attacks, keeps constant pressure on the defense.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Livingston. Kuzma comes in for Jackson. Prince is checked in for Trent. And it's Rollins in for Porter Jr. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Randall, good.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Yeah, that's a pretty nimble move by Kuzma, getting his shot to go despite taking the foul.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
Could be better from the line. Kuzma, a smooth shooter, but needs work from there.
Randall outside. Conley passes to Edwards. Here's Randall. Rebounded by Green.
Both sides going at it. Classic good offense, first good defense.
Kuzma, left side. Outside, Green. Antetokounmpo, outside. And that comes off the assist by Green.
He is certainly one of the few true franchise cornerstones in the league. Few guys can take over a game like the Greek Freak.
Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Kuzma against Randall. Kuzma, the pass to Antetokounmpo. A minute 37 left to play in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Edwards. Randall, a screen on Prince. And here's Edwards outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Kuzma's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Rollins. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Conley. Here's Rollins. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They led the game at one point by 20.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Timberwolves.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And they're going to win this one, making this their 47th victory so far.
And this team really wanted to at least split this season series.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. And it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Julius Randle.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented, and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And now, time for our player of the game, Julius Randle.